Hello, my name's the Acidical Portal, and welcome to my next review of these maps. So last time we did the first 5 maps, which was Concert, the Village, Castle, Suburban, and Racing. I'd say the Suburban one was probably my favorite. So today we're going to be reviewing the next 5 maps. So this is episode 2 out of 3. Today we're going to be reviewing Pirate Island and then these other 4. So let's jump into this. So I looked at this map a while. It was a very long time ago. I made some stuff on it, but not really much has changed, it seemed, but it's still an interesting map to look at. I really like the physics right here with the water, because this part, see, these parts right here are not anchored, because that doesn't really affect the water. Parts kind of need to be unanchored to float in water. So if I place a part like wherever, right, as you can see, it's kind of floating right there in the water. It looks pretty cool, but you got to have a lot of like the anchoring properties, and I assume this is how you steer the boat. Yeah, actually it's not really doing anything, so I don't really know. I want to see if these cannons work, at least, though. Maybe I had to get out of select mode. No, still doesn't work? Okay. Well, at least the cannons work. I can't, like, turn them, though, or anything. They have a pretty quick explosion as well. This is kind of hovering off the ground a bit. Yeah, so it seems like there's a bit of an error right here, so that isn't, like, preferred, I guess. I wouldn't just leave that. Also, it's kind of doing the same thing. It's just kind of floating on top of the stuff right here. What's it called? The terrain generation, I guess. It's just sitting on top of it. It's not a hugely good idea. This space, the carpet is red. I don't know if these are like team spawns. I don't think they are, but they got red and purple maps, apparently. And then this one just has that like one green one. I want to see it. So I'm just curious. I just want to go up to that volcano and like see if it actually kills me or something. So that'd be kind of cool if it did, just to see if they put like a little script in there or something. So if I go up here, they got particle effects for it. I did a video on that explaining how these work. So I guess it doesn't kill you. They kind of have a lava right here, but this is actually a part of the terrain generation. It's not really one of those things. So we got more cannons over here that I assume do kind of the same function as the other ones. All of these islands are kind of spread apart, but I feel like at some point the boat was supposed to work. Maybe it doesn't work because the way my character is set up, but who knows. So a lot of gold. I really like these kind of pillars coming up, though. I don't know why that one is like slanted down. That's kind of weird. And it ejects smoke for whatever reason. This one does the usual. These ones do the usual. It's pretty cool, though. I really like how like these gold, they kind of shine to make it look more translucent. They probably have the surface turned way up, or the shininess, I guess. So yeah, there's like a super tall tree up there that kind of reminds me of something from Avatar. I haven't seen the other one, but that's kind of what it reminds me of in the first film. There's a lot of these floating structures almost that have like roots attached to them, but they're like these giant boulders, so that's kind of what it reminds me of a bit. A lot of this down here is just flat, it seems. I guess that kind of makes sense because you don't really see much of underwater, so you know there's not really need to make the underground kind of that interesting looking when everything is mostly just on the surface or beyond the water line. I think this water is kind of good because it has kind of that texture, but it doesn't have like waves or anything like that. So this island has a treasure chest, but it doesn't open, and then there's just over here, there's not really much to see. There's this one island over there, and there's a super tall tree that goes all the way up, which I think is a really cool detail. But then if we go over here, then we got more floaty grass, kind of one of the bugs of the grass update. While I do like the grass, it sometimes does that and kind of gives it away a little bit. So I see another chest over there. It's very small though, but I see some red trees as well. Red or pink, I can't really tell unless I go into the selector of the properties and could tell me, but kind of looks in between. But this map is kind of the biggest, and we got some like rock formation over there, maybe like a thing. This reminds me of like Minecraft when you like jump in the water, kind of. What's under here? Oh, nothing. It just kind of curves into itself. This looks like a cave until I turned away from it. I also have my camera light selected, so it makes everything brighter, and I just turn it off. But for some reason, there's this thing that's like making all the parts kind of module script that's turning it like this, I think. All transparent when your camera gets in a certain proximity to it, so you can still see. They got one of those other tall trees over there, but this is just kind of a long C-shaped island. Yeah, and then there's this kind of here. Also, I don't know if that's just me, but it kind of looks like a face a little bit. I don't think that was the intention, but from the side it kind of looks like a face. Maybe it is a face, I don't know. Like a really old kind of structure. I guess we'll never really know if it's a face or not, but it kind of looks like a face. And then that's like the hair. This is the next map. This is the city map, and this just gives me Backrooms vibes, but wrong kind of building. Yeah, get off the screen. My OneDrive complaining to me as usual while I'm complaining to it that it's kind of annoying. Oh, okay, so the car works. That's good. Also, what's kind of weird is that it kind of has inverted controls. So I don't know why it's like that, but it really is kind of weird. Okay, and now I can't get out, so that's a good sign. So this doesn't go anywhere, that just does that. Yeah, this definitely, the like yellowness and like the carpet and like the lights definitely somewhat give of Backrooms vibe a little bit. It has a lot of floors. I mean, they're kind of dull, but you know, what do you expect from a default game? So now we're at the top of the building. I'm gonna see if I can go here. Also, I wonder if these parts... Okay, these parts have weld in them, so that means that they're breakable. So if we can break the parts, I mean, that would be kind of cool. So this is kind of a Doomspire kind of map. I did a video where I pretty much create a building similar to this, and not that similar, but out of like parts and stuff, and I end up blowing it up. I want to see if that'll like work with this. Yeah, this is just kind of mostly the same. This one just gets skinnier up there, and this is just a 2-story building. So I'm gonna see if this actually... Yep, it does exactly what I thought it was gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it like fall over, I guess. Man, that one just like went out. I'm gonna try to make it until all of the bottom parts fall out, I guess, and then see if it like falls over. Oh, that's annoying. Well, at least we got that taken care of, though. And then we gotta get the stuff over here taken care of. And then we got these two over here. I'm just gonna place it on the outside because I think that genuinely works better. Just take care of it. Man, I don't like when it rolls away like that. It kind of defeats its purpose. Yeah, and then there's just that one. I pushed it out there. We only have 3 left. I mean, kinda. It's doing a weird little dance right there, though. Huh, that's... If I climb inside of it, it's gonna hurt me? No, so it doesn't seem so, but that's kind of not really the result that I expected. Man, it's just like waddling around, though. Okay, so this map is the obby. I've seen this in a tutorial, this exact map, and it just pretty much tells you how to make an obby. Super easy. So if you want to make an obby that automatically has kind of spawns, it doesn't tell you the values because there's no value operation put into it, but yeah, I'm pretty good at these, so I don't know why I'm like jumping though. Maybe I have to. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so I guess that's the last one. I didn't know that jumping was a part of it. I thought my controls were just going berserk. If any of you are developers, you know exactly this map. This is the actually starting map that we use. Every player, I think, gets it for their first map. So if I'm pretty sure at a certain point, like, this is like kind of the starting map. I can't remember if this was like the thing that like every player gets when they make their first creation. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this is kind of essentially the ultimate tutorial tool, and then it just gives you a bunch of the different kind of. They don't use these anymore. Oh, actually, I'm sitting on it, so it's a chair. Kind of the seat block, the seat property, and just, you know, tells you yada yada yada. Try moving it around. I really gotta do a door tutorial. I'm actually gonna. That's probably literally one of the tutorials that I want to do, but it teaches you the basic stuff. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I mean, I've seen this map like a million times. Under construction, yeah, it is. This one they encourage players to finish because, as you can tell, it obviously is not finished. Man, this just looks so much better, and it looks more nostalgic as well. Like I just think the old textures look better. The new ones just look so realistic that they're just off, and they don't look right. This is the cabin, I guess, where you start, and it just says you are playing your very first Roblox creation. Look and try to find all 7 hidden items. Edit this game or create more with Roblox Studio. When I started Roblox, I don't even think they had. Oh, I get a lantern. Nice. When I started Roblox, they didn't even have these. Yeah, they didn't even have these maps yet because terrain generation was like barely a thing at that time. So, you know, these maps weren't really used that much, and I don't think they had these until like later. Nice. I get the speed coil. I can't see crap though. This looks better. Alright, this looks better. So it's just a big ass tunnel. Doesn't really do much, just interesting little detail. I see another one though. It goes down here, and this one has torches in it. So I guess they've already made torches in a sense. It's kind of spooky and dark and everything. This is I guess just a cape. It's an invisibility cloak, I guess. It's definitely a Harry Potter reference for sure. That's awesome. This definitely, pun intended, speeds things up a bit. That's pretty much it. I kind of think it's weird though that water is just kind of sitting there. It doesn't just fall off. It just, you know, sits there like how real physics works. And underneath, this is just surreal. Okay, so this one is pretty much Temple Run. Same. Okay. It's like Temple Run slash the no internet dinosaur game. I'm gonna see how well I can do with this if it's all just this. Apparently my high score, I think it resets because it doesn't really keep track. Oh, okay. So I guess that's don't want to bump into the zombie equal bad, we know. I'm at 2,000. Oh boy. It keeps doing that thing, and it keeps like messing my brain up a bit. Definitely recognize we've all seen that like model. The coins are kind of spinning. Did they always spin like that, or is it changing? Okay, I died. Distant, so I did pretty good actually. So in the Roblox Studio, what it does is it just randomly kind of assembles these together. So there's like starting points and then there's ending point. I guess you could call them like chunks or whatever. And in some games where the map is randomized, it kind of does that here, and it just randomizes these 9 different segments in an order indefinitely, but because your camera is like right here, it only, you know, sees so much of it. So that's about it. If you guys like the video, like if you like, dislike if you dislike. That's about it. I'll see you guys later.